Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, if you made it this far, you actually enjoy learning. You enjoy the knowledge bombs that we're dropping on you right now, and hopefully, we've kind of sparked an interest for you in this field because we sure love it ourselves. Um, and by now, I hope you have a better understanding of options, finance in general. But as always, if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me or anybody on my team. We would love to speak to you one on one or just get your questions answered, and we're always free. So, today we're actually going to be talking about something pretty tricky. And here it is. The Greeks, the options Greeks. We're going to be talking about the options Greeks. Now, what is the options Greeks? Well, the options Greeks are delta, gamma, theta, and vega. For our purposes, we're going to be using those four Greeks. And a Greek is basically a Greek letter that represents a, a numerical factor of the option. So basically, let's start with delta. Delta is basically how much the options price changes depending on where the stock price is. So to make that a little more simple, let's say I have an Apple 100 call, and Apple's trading at $50 a share. If Apple goes to $60, my option's still not worth that much because my option is only giving me the right to buy Apple at $100. So Apple goes from 50 to 60. Well, okay, that's good for me. That's closer to 100. But still, when it comes to the seventh, the last hour, and I have my 100 call, it's going to be worthless if I can just buy the stock at 60. Why would I pay almost double what the stock is currently at? So basically, how Delta works is as the stock price gets closer and closer to your strike price, such as if my strike price was at 100 and Apple went from 50 to $90, I would make a lot more money in those last few dollars that the stock rises because people are starting to think, hmm, this might actually hit $100. So when Apple's going from 60, 70, 80, 90, I'm making more and more money than when it would go from 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, all the way to 60, 70. Uh, it's really represented well on this chart. As you can see, uh, you don't make much money. The delta's low until it gets really close, and you're starting to make 1.0, which means $100 per dollar that the stock goes up. So that is a really good delta. But the trade-off is that options in this price range that are really close to the money, they're going to be really expensive because people acknowledge that the underlying stock is going to move up and down a lot, and your option is going to be more expensive. The second Greek we're going to talk about is gamma. So this is kind of related to delta. Um, as we looked at delta, you can see that you make more money as you get closer to the money. And actually, gamma is the reason for this because for every dollar that your stock goes up, the gamma increases. It's like a snowball effect. Think of it this way. When you're rolling a snowball for a snowman, it starts small, it gets bigger and bigger because the bigger ball collects more space, more space, more surface area of snow. And so I'd like to just show you guys here a real example. So here's SPY, and it went from 425 to 440. Now I'd like to show you the price of a SPY 440 call. So as you can see, you saw how that chart looked. The chart was going up like crazy right there. And I'm currently pulling up the call price. If that loads,